All right, let's talk about some profit, revenue, and costs for all my business majors out there. It says the profit that a company makes on its product is the difference between the amounts received from sales or your revenue and the production and sales costs. If X units are produced and sold, we can write P of X equals R of X minus C of X, where P of X is your profit from your sales of X units. R of X is the total revenue from sale of X units, and C of X is the total cost of production and sale of X units. So this is going to be a reoccurring theme right here. And we're going to get into, I think we're going to use it a lot in module 2. But your profit, how much you are making in your company, equals how much you are bringing in from selling your products. But first you have to subtract the money you put in. So if you have a t-shirt company, how much are you putting in when you are buying the t-shirts, when you are buying the ink, when you are buying the equipment, when you are employing however many people, when you are paying for drivers to ship your things, how much you are putting in. So it's not just how much revenue, how much you are selling, but it's how much you are selling, subtracting the money that you are pouring in. So profit is just straight how much you are making on top of what you're putting in. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So for a profit function, which is your P of X, marginal profit means slope. For revenue functions, which are your R of X, marginal revenue means slope. Guessing you can guess the next one. For cost functions, marginal cost then means slope. So we now have 6 different names for slope. The 3 we went over at the beginning, and now these 3 for your profit, revenue, and cost functions. So example 6, the profit for a product is given by P of X, where X is the number of units produced and sold. Find the marginal profit for this product. So if I want the marginal profit, we are asking for slope. So if I have P of X equals 19X minus 5,060, what is my slope there? My slope is that 19, right? Slope is whatever is in front of that X. This is the same as F of X equals MX plus B. So that M is what's in front of the X. So my M is 19. Now with this, we're going to need some units here. And if my slope is the change in Y over the change in X, what are my units that go with my Y? What are the units that go with my X? Well, it tells you the profit for a product is given by P of X. So my profit is talking about dollars. It's talking about money. Over what? X is the number of units. So here, what is the marginal profit? It is $19 over or per unit. Okay, turn the page and do 2 more. So this one wanted marginal profit. So this top one here, we're going to do one example over marginal revenue and cost on the next page. So example 7 says, suppose that the monthly total revenue from the sales of a 19-inch television set equals R of X equals 198X, where X is the number of TV sold per month. I don't know how old this textbook is, but how big do you think 19-inch TV sets were when they wrote this? That sounds so puny, doesn't it? But anyways, okay. So A, what is the slope of the graph of the total revenue function here? So what is the slope of this graph here? My slope is, again, whatever's in front of that X. So here is my M. So what is the slope? It is 198. So then what is the marginal revenue? We just said on that other page here, that marginal revenue just simply means slope. So if I already know that the slope is 198, this is asking the exact same question. What is the revenue of each additional TV set that is sold in a month? That's what the slope is asking. Each one costs 198. 198 all across. Slope is 198. Marginal revenue means the same as slope. And then this right here is what that slope or that marginal revenue is representing. It's how much each TV set is worth. Example 8, a company buys and retails baseball caps, and the total cost function is linear. The total cost for 200 caps is $2,690, and the total cost for 500 caps is $3,530. What is the marginal cost of this function? Again, marginal cost just means slope. Marginal revenue just meant slope. So we need to make our ordered pairs here. So if I have 200 caps for 2,690, caps would be my independent variable. So that's going to be my X. My dependent variable is going to be how much money gets brought in. So then we have 500 and 35.30. So if I label my ordered pairs here, we have X1, Y1 for my first ordered pair, and my second ordered pair will be X2, Y2. So my formula for slope is Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. The change in Y over the change in X. So substitute in. I've got my formula. I've got everything labeled. Substitute. 35.30 is my Y2. My Y1 is 26.90 over X2 is 500 minus Y1, or sorry, X1, which is 200. All right, so what we get on the top here. You get 840 divided by 300. And that gives me 2.8. Okay, so what is the marginal cost here? So let's again talk about what did our values represent. My Y represented my money. So we have, I don't know where I want to write this. Right here, this was my money over, what did these right here represent? My number of caps. So if we're talking about cost, talking about money here, I'm going to add a 0 in here. This was 280, or sorry, not 200, $2.80 per cap. So each, what are we doing? Baseball caps. Each baseball cap is going to cost $2.80. So as long as you charge more than $2.80 per cap, you will be making a profit.